what's the tea? What's the tea? Yo, tell me what's the tea? What's the tea? Yo, tell me what's the tea? What's the tea? Yo, tell me what's the tea? What's the tea? Yo, tell me what's the
Hey you guys, welcome back to What's the Tea. As always, I love you and thank you for watching. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about Trans America. Not the movie, I'm actually talking about the transgender community in America. I was having a serious conversation with some coworkers today, and it actually came to my attention that it's really hard as a transgender person in the LGBT community, and it's just hard being a person in general, like as a human being, because you face so much judgment and criticism on a daily basis. But as a trans person, talking to this friend, and I had come to realize that people, like, I can't be so self-conscious all the time. I know there are a lot of us who have, or a lot of people in general, who have very low self-esteem, and feel really self-conscious when they get more attention than they're used to. For me, it's there's always attention, or there's sometimes I have a day where there's not so much attention focused on me. But I had to come to realize that I can't always look at that and take it in a negative light. Like, people are always gonna look. People look at people all the time. They might be staring and not realize that they're staring. But you can't always think it's negative. Like, they might actually, like, the people who are looking at you might actually be unsure. They may not even know. They could be admiring the way you look. Or, I mean, they could be thinking negative things, but you don't know that because you're not psychic. And like a friend told me a long time ago, and it's always stuck with me, and I've said this before in a video, that what other people think of you is none of your business. And it's true, because you have no idea what they're thinking, and as far as you're concerned, they're irrelevant. They have you in no way affect their life passing by on a daily basis, and they have no effect on you in your life passing by on a daily basis. So you really can't focus too much on people looking at you and feel bad about it. So you just got to keep on moving. But when it comes to being transgender in the LGBT community is another story. It is, in my experience, I would say it's difficult because you're treated somewhat as an alien, because you are someone who is or was once labeled as a homosexual, and now you are considered to be straight, depending on what it is you're going for. And I feel like that causes other people in the LGBT community to look at you differently. They don't see you as one of them anymore. Now it's the gender that you are assuming, and you are interested in the opposite gender. So therefore, technically, I guess you kind of are straight. But it's just where it seems from an outsider, because I'm looking from an outsider's perspective, because I don't exactly have a whole crew of LGBT friends, But I'm I've seen where it looks like trans women are looked down upon or frowned upon, and even from other trans women. I've had times where I've been out and I'll see another trans girl walking by, and we might make eye contact, and I'll give a little smile, but that's just me because I'm a nice person. Like, I don't mean it in any type of way. Like, I'm not being shady. I'm just like, we're crossing paths, and I mean, I'm just smiling. There's nothing wrong with that. Um, and a lot of times I see these other girls, and I'm like, oh wow, she's really pretty, and like, we might accidentally make eye contact, and I'll just smile and keep going, but they'll glare at you and stare at you like you're doing something wrong. Like, I can't just be a nice person passing by. Like, there's so much shade and prejudice in the LGBT community. There's so much negative hate towards each other in the trans community. It really makes no sense to me. And even with like everyday people in society, like judging or looking at you funny, or like people who feel it's necessary to blurt things out trying to be funny or trying to make you look bad, like it's really unnecessary. Like, we're in a time where things like that, or things that aren't quote unquote normal anymore, shouldn't really be frowned upon or shouldn't be mocked and things like that. Because, like, I mean, people keep saying, oh, we're in 2014, it's 2014. 2014 is what? 2014 is a year. In this modern time and in this generation, it's like we've come up as humans so far. So much has changed, and there's absolutely no reason why we should be behaving this way, because I mean, this is trans America. Like, there's so many trans people here that are newly transitioning, or people who have had transitioned, and no one can even tell. No one would even know if they didn't tell them. And you've got people who are coming from other countries who are coming here because they feel that they can express themselves and they can be who they want to be. And so they're coming from their country or their hometown where it's seriously looked down upon and frowned upon, and it can be dangerous for them to live in those situations. And they're coming here to live the American dream, or live in the land of the free, as supposedly we are. And you've got people from all over the world, people from different nationalities, different cultural backgrounds, and they're all just trying to make a life here. Whether you're transgender, LGBT, just coming from another country that's not doing so well, you're coming here. Everyone's a transplant, trans something, and I feel like we need to stop putting other people down because they're not like we are, supposedly. In just saying that in general, like someone who's not like you shouldn't feel that it's your duty or your right to look down on someone else because they're not like you. And that also goes for LGBT people. Like, it's not right because other people judge us that we should then in turn judge them, or judge each other for that matter. Like, we need to be more accepting of the general public. We need to be more accepting of the LGBT community, and we need to all unite as a people, not as LGBT for equality, not as straight against whatever or straight for this or that. We need to unite as a people and do better in the world. Like, me as a person, I'm always trying to better myself and do right by other people, even with strangers. Like, I'm the type of person who will not necessarily go out of my way to do something special or spectacular for someone, but if I do come across someone who seems as though they need someone else, I'm the type of person that'll say, hey, like, I mean, you don't really know me, but at the same, like, I'm going to make you feel comfortable enough to talk to me, to feel that if you do need someone, you can talk to me. Like, yeah, I'm a stranger. I'm not going to judge you for who you are. I don't need to know your personal business, but I can be someone who just will listen in case you need someone to talk to. I mean, you never know. You might not, that person might not have anybody to talk to, might not have anyone to go to, or might not feel comfortable enough going to anyone to talk about whatever it is. I mean, a stranger can hold any secret in confidentiality because, I mean, who are they really going to tell? They don't know anybody you know. So, I mean, that's just me. But, like, we definitely need to stop being so negative towards each other. We need to stop worrying about what others think of us. We need to stop being so self-conscious and thinking about things negatively. Look at the positive side of it, or try to find the positive in the negative, and you'll feel better. It won't be so hard. Take each day as an experience and just keep pushing forward, because you never know what'll happen. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on anything you're trying to do. Just worry about yourself. Be open to receiving other people and their views and their emotions and stuff like that. And like, don't get so focused on yourself to where you are the center of attention, or to where you are so focused on yourself that you're afraid to let other people in. Because there's someone out there for you who'll help you. There's someone who can be there for you, whether it be a friend, stranger, family member, or someone. But we definitely need to work together, and once we unite and accept each other, then we can accept everyone else for who they are, wherever they come from, and maybe people won't be so quick to judge anymore. It only takes one. One becomes two, and it multiplies from there. So, it's the little baby steps. Take a baby step, and eventually you'll be walking miles. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Tell me what's the tea? What's the tea? Tell me what's the tea? What's the tea? Tell me what's the tea? What's the tea? Tell me